Hey everyone, and welcome to the BFDI Winner ranking. In this video, I'll be ranking all 4 winners, with Firey, who won BFDI, Book, who won BFDI A, spoilers by the way, Flower, who won BFB, and Fern, who won BFDI E. Now, I believe this video needs no further introduction, so let's just get straight into the ranking. Coming in at number 4, we have Firey. Starting off with the positives, I think Firey is generally just a good representative of BFDI as a whole. So them winning season 1 is pretty fitting, especially considering that they were the first character and also had Total Firey Island, which came before BFDI. For the negatives though, I think he just wasn't a very rootable character. He was mostly just being used for comedic relief and didn't do much during the season. He was mostly just known for his hatred towards Coiny, and that's pretty much it. To add salt to the wounds, he was also not a good character after he won, especially when he didn't let Leafy into Dream Island, which was just, it was just very petty, just didn't make sense. The whole Ferris wheel thing was just very dumb, and yeah, it just didn't really help his character much. Of course, this conflict does get explored in future seasons, but I'm only talking about his performance in BFDI, and he doesn't do much. I think Bubble was definitely a more deserving winner. He was an underdog, and she overcame a ton of obstacles, and I think she deserved it much more than he did. Coming in at number 3, we have Fern. Now, for the positives, I think Fern was a very consistent character throughout BFDIE. He had fun interactions with characters like Toothpaste, with their whole frenemy thing, and was overall just an entertaining character. And we do have to consider that Fern only had 10 seasons to prove himself, at least compared to other winners who had either 25 episodes or multiple seasons to do so. Though, for the negatives, I think Fern was just a boring winner in general. She's not a bad winner, just a boring one. I think Sticker or Sidewalkie would have been much better winners. Even characters like Jammy or Needy. Though, he is definitely more deserving than Firey. And actually they feel it's like winning material, which gives him the upper hand. Coming in at number 2, we have Flower. Now, Flower is a very interesting character, as I really enjoyed her in Pre-Split. I liked the direction that the writers took with her character. She came into the season being a bit nicer and more mature, but still had her season 1 edge. It was just a bit more subtle than last time, which I honestly liked. Though, I do think she gets a bit screwed over by Post-Split. Not necessarily derailed, but just very stagnant, I guess, in terms of development. She wasn't getting much better, but she wasn't getting worse. She was just being Flower for the most part. She also had BFDI, BFB, and even BFDI A to prove herself, which is why she's above Firey and Fern. For the negatives, I do think she was a bit annoying at times and a bit insufferable to watch. Like, there were moments where I was just like, yeah, no, this is just dumb. Like when she submitted a rock in BFB 25 to win the challenge. I don't think BFB 29 was made to make her win the whole thing. I think the writers just wanted her to have a slight advantage over Gelatin because of how popular he was. I mean, if it wasn't for her saving the show, Gelatin would have easily won by a landslide. So I do think that they just wanted to give her a more fair chance at winning. Now, is she a better winner than Gelatin? Honestly, yeah, I do think she is. Gelatin got heavily derailed in my opinion, especially in the latter half of Post-Split, where he just felt like a completely different character. So Flower winning did feel a bit more satisfying. Coming in at number 1, we have Book, our most recent winner. Now, this isn't recency bias or anything, but she was definitely the best BFDI winner by far, no contest. She has a lot of depth, personality, and is overall a fun character, which is why she's so rootable in the first place, and why she has such a big fan base. The appeal of her being an underdog who, ended up overcoming a ton of obstacles was probably a reason why people want her to win. I don't think it was sympathy bait. I think it's just like the fact that she was able to survive so many eliminations and somehow make it out alive during a bunch of challenges, which is basically what Bubble was supposed to do, but she ended up getting third place. My point is, I do think Book did put effort into winning. It just wasn't as in your face as Needle. I think one of Needle's main character traits is her drive to win and how she's a challenge beast, which is why people think she put more effort into the game and that's why she deserved to win. But in reality, they both put in effort. They both won the same amount of challenges, and I think Book was just a slightly more entertaining character to me, which is why I think she deserves it more. I think Book was a pretty consistent character throughout BFDIA, being relevant during the early phase and the merge phase. I do think she did take a bit of a backseat during mid BFDIA, but it isn't really a problem. I mean, she wasn't being derailed or anything. She was just cruising through the competition, doing whatever she could, fighting for screen time. But I just don't think it was writer's bias that made her win. I mean, she was basically put up against Ruby in one elimination, who I think by all means was definitely going to beat her, but no, Book was just lucky enough to get her out. But yeah, that's all for the video. It's a very short one, but if you do enjoy content like this, make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you want more stuff like this later on. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya!